Welcome back to the room. My name is Lee from Lewis's Kitchen. Today we're going to smoke the most amazing ribs that I've ever tasted. So I felt like ribs today, so I thought I'd take you along and show you how I make them. So firstly, we're going to go and get the smoker ready. So I am using these maple smoking chips today in my gas smoker, and we're going to fill the container up for the smoker, and then we're going to fill the water reservoir, and then we're going to heat it to about 130 degrees, low and slow. I also use my Inkbird Bluetooth probes as well to detect the temperature of the smoker, and that just makes life a lot easier. I've got another probe connector set as well, and I'll be using that in the pork. So today I'm using these massive ribs from Costco. I think they're actually really good value. It's only $13.99 a kilo, which is actually pretty good. You can use baby back ribs as well. This just has all the extra stuff on the side of it rather than being trimmed down, but it still turns out really good. Now the rubs you use on your ribs is endless. You can use whatever you want. You can just use salt and pepper and go very Texas style, or you can flavor it up with your own seasoning. So I have this ancho coffee barbecue rub that I was given for Christmas, and I'm going to use that today and see how it goes. So really important with your ribs that we take off this membrane here, and the reason why we want to do that is so that the smoke actually penetrates this a lot easier. It can sometimes be a little bit annoying to take off, so what you want to do is try to get the edge there. You want to grab some paper towel, and we're just going to pull as much of that off as we can. That's about all I'll get off. Just a little bit, but that'll make a huge difference. And this can go to the audience. Now we're going to liberally cover this with the seasoning. So as I said, I'm using this ancho coffee barbecue rub, which smells really good, and I think we go great with it. And we want to be quite liberal with it. So now I'm going to put this into the smoker. Now I'm going to follow the 3-2-1 method. So what we're going to do is we're going to smoke it for 3 hours, and then after 3 hours we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to cook it for an additional 2 hours, and then we're going to let it smoke. And for the last hour we're going to unwrap them, and then that's when we can baste them and get all that goodness on there. So I'm going to smoke these at 130 degrees Celsius, and I think that is 200 degrees Fahrenheit, but I'll chuck it down below, and I will put a probe into this as well, just to make life a lot easier, because it is a lot more accurate, and we'll see how we go. So I'm using my digital probes that go into the actual smoker. So I have one detecting the actual temperature, and that's going to be regulated around 130 degrees, and then I have one in the pork ribs, and that is programmed to 65 degrees. Once it reaches 65 degrees, then we'll wrap up the ribs. Well, I've got the smoker on. I thought I've got these chicken Marylands, and I was going to use them in a soup, and I thought, how good will it make that soup if I smoke these a little first? So I'm going to put these in the smoker as well, and keep out in the future. There's going to be a recipe for that as well. So to go with the ribs, I thought a coleslaw would go really good with it. So I've got some ingredients in my fridge to use up, so I thought I'd make that with it. So firstly, I have got a 1 black cabbage, and I've got about a quarter left. This is actually cheaper than buying the drumhead ones, so I'm going to be using that today. It can be used interchangeably. So I'm just going to finely slice that. Then I've got some spring onions, and I thought I like a little bit of onion, but I don't like the overpowering taste of onion. So spring onions are really good because they're not so powerful. So I've just finely sliced those, and I'm going to add them to the coleslaw. And then I've got a couple of carrots here, and I'm just going to shred them. So usually I use my V slicer, but I thought today I would use my little peeler that actually makes little strips, and it makes really fine strips, which is really good for salad. Then I'm going to add that to the bowl as well. So now we're going to make the dressing for it, and I don't actually follow a recipe or anything like that. I kind of just wing it. So I put a bit of this, bit of that, and it usually turns out pretty good. So this is how we're going to make it. So for the dressing, I'm using Best Foods mayo. Now, I know it's not great for you, so I'm actually going to try and make my own mayo from now on. So I've just finished that off. I've got probably about a 1/4 cup there. And then to go with that, I'm just going to put some sour cream. I like the real good creaminess of it. I'm going to add probably about a teaspoon of sugar. I like that sweet and sour and everything with the coleslaw. About a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Then I'm going to add some pepper. Some salt. And then I have some dehydrated celery leaves. This flavours stuff really nicely. So I'm going to add that to it. So I'll give this a quick whisk and I'll see if it needs anything else. Has a nice tardiness. It has good sweetness. I think I'm going to leave it as is. So now we're going to add this to the coleslaw mix. And this is something you can definitely make ahead. It does benefit from being sitting for a while. So now I'm going to put this in the fridge until we're ready to serve. To serve with the ribs and coleslaw, I'm also going to do some onion rings as well today. And I thought I'd do a separate video for that. So make sure you subscribe and that will be the next video that's coming up. So now the ribs are ready to be wrapped. So any temperature between 150 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And that is about 65 degrees Celsius and 71 degrees Celsius. They can be wrapped up. So we can do that now. I'm going to bring it inside because it's a little bit dark outside, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So I have our beautiful ribs here. They're looking so good already. Then I have another length of foil. So I've got one underneath and I've got one on top. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to crimp it up. That way none of the juices or anything will come out as it's on the wrap. And it will stay in there and make it nice and moist. And now we're going to smoke this until it reaches 198 degrees Fahrenheit or 203 degrees Fahrenheit. So between that, and that is around 92 to 95 degrees Celsius. And that should take probably about another 2 hours. So the ribs now have hit 93 degrees. Now they're ready to be taken out of the smoker. I'm going to take them out the wrapper. I'm going to baste them, and then I'm going to put them in the smoker for about another hour. Let's take a look inside. Ooh. So you can see this is all prepped now, and that will indicate that it has all cooked properly. So today I'm going to bother making up my own barbecue sauce. I've got this Libby's smoky barbecue sauce from Costco, and it is amazing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of that on. And you can use any really nice barbecue sauce. I'd use a good quality one, don't go use any generic brands or anything like that. The other side. Now I'm going to put these back in the smoker for another hour, and they're going to turn out bloody amazing. That already looks so good. All right, let's serve this up. Ooh. Let's not forget someone's coleslaw. Some of those delicious onion rings. Not too many, already had a few. Does that look good? So firstly, got the onion rings. I've got a separate video for this. It'll be the next video that comes up. Listen to that crunch. Pretty bloody good, I tell you. And then we got this coleslaw. Remember, I completely winged the actual dressing on it. That probably has to be the best coleslaw I've ever made. And I'm going to tell you the good thing about filming it and how to make it next time as well. So good. And now, lucky last, these amazing ribs. Oh, look at it. It's dripping. I will say, this is just smoked beautifully. The smoke's there, but it's not over the top. I've been to some barbecue places where the smoke has just been over the top and it's completely overpowers the pork. Those are so good. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a good old like. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.